And today, I think it's Deuteronomy 28. Let me check here. Can't do things with one hand. We're on the spur of the moment. We didn't know if Pastor was going to be here or not. I guess he wasn't well enough.
I talked to him yesterday. He said he was going to Friday.
Yeah, he told me last night he was coming. So this morning, I don't know what happened. I couldn't get a hold of him.
I tried to call him too and get him.
You got a girlfriend.
Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, is what I'm going to go to.
All right.
It says, blessings for obedience. And, we are his children, and he does expect us to obey him just the way we expect our children to obey us. And this is all about what happens. He says, now if you listen obediently to the voice about your God, of Adonai your God, taking care to do all his mitzvah that I am commanding you today, Adonai your God will set you on high above all the nations of the earth. Imagine that. He's telling his children that the blessing he'll give them, they'll be above all the other nations in the earth. Amen. Praise God. Then all of these blessings will come upon you and overtake you. And if you listen to the voice of Adonai your God, God will blessed you will be in the city, and blessed will you be in the field. Blessed will be the fruit of your womb, the product of your soil, and the offspring of your livestock. So he not only blesses the people, he blesses the livestock, and let's go on. It goes on and on. The increase of your herds and the young of your flock. Blessed will be your basket and your kneading bowl. Now you know what that is. That's your bread. And you know what? When we have physical bread, but we don't live by bread alone. We live by the holy Word of God. The Word of God feeds our inner man, our soul man, the man that is inside of us that needs spiritual food.
Hallelujah.
And so we're not only fed by the kneading bowl, but we're fed by the bread of life.
Amen.
Blessed will you be when you come in, and blessed will you be when you go out. So coming and going, people, you can count on the blessings of God if you're obedient to him. Hallelujah. Because he's no respecter of persons. Just because that he blessed the children of Israel way back then with this word, it means that he will bless you and I as well. Hallelujah. Adonai will cause your enemies who rise up against you to be struck down before you. They will come out against you one way and flee before you 7 ways. I heard one preacher say one time, my enemies are going to flee a bazillion ways because he was so excited about what God had done to him. He said, my enemies are going to flee a bazillion ways. Adonai will come and command the blessing upon you in your barns and every undertaking of your hand. Pray for my eyes still, people. God's healing, but it's a slow process. Amen. And he will bless you in the land Adonai your God is giving you. Adonai will establish you as a holy people for himself. I keep telling you over and over. It seems like it comes up every time that Lord gives me a scripture. It reminds me of how he planned from the very beginning of time to dwell with man, and he wants to dwell inside of us. And how he designed the tabernacle, everything in his plan was to dwell with man, and the outside appearances of things that he designed are all designed in that pattern. so that he can express his love for mankind, that he always, always, always wanted to fellowship with you and I. Amen. He wanted to be in communion with us. Yes, so praise God. Amen. And so he gives us all of these blessings as we go in and we go out, and we bless our children and our livestock and our fields. And he swore to you, if you keep the mitzvah of Adonai, your God, and walk in his way, then all of the people of the earth will see that you are called by the name of Adonai, and they will stand in awe. You know how we stand in awe of God? Amen. Well, people will see him in you. Yes. That's why we're commanded to be the light and salt of the earth. Amen. And that when we share our life with others, we're the only epistle some people will ever see. And so you remember that when you're out and among people, that they might not ever see anybody else that has the light within them like you have. Amen. And God knows who you're going to see and who you're going to be in touch with, and he knows what he wants to do in everyone's life. Amen. And so he wants you to be that light, just like he is a light. Amen. Hallelujah, hallelujah. The peoples of the earth will see you are called by the name of Adonai, and they will stand in awe of you. Adonai will make you overflow in prosperity in the fruit of your womb, in the offspring of your livestock, and the produce of your soil on the land. Adonai swore to your fathers to give to you, and Adonai will open for you his good storehouse, the heavens, to give rain to your land and in its season, and to bless all the work of your hands. And you will lend to many nations, but you will not borrow. Lend and not borrow, that would be a wonderful blessing. And it would be a blessing to people around you, because, you know, when God lends to people, he doesn't do it begrudgingly or in a hateful way or with usury or all of that. God lends in a loving way. In fact, a lot of times he expects us when we lend to not even expect it back, just to lend, and if somebody can give it back, that's fine, but if they can't, we don't hold any grudges. Amen. Praise God. You will lend to many nations, but you will not borrow. Adonai will make you the head and not the tail, and you will be only above and not below, if you listen to the mitzvah of Adonai your God, that I am commanding you today. Careful to do them, and do not turn aside from any of the words I am commanding you today, to the night, not left to the not right or to the left. Right. Don't go after other gods and others to serve them. Uh-oh. But if you don't disobey, we got a whole list of stuff that we won't like. But if you will not listen to the voice of Adonai your God, to take care to do all of the mitzvah and statutes, he says obedience is better than sacrifice. Yes, it is. He says so if we listen to him and do as he says, we'll be rewarded, right? But you know, I don't know if you remember the covenant of Abraham, how they cut the animal in half. And God put Abraham to sleep. And he cut the offering animal in half. And God himself walked back and forth over that animal. And he made promises to Abraham and a covenant with him. And almost in every covenant, every blood covenant that I've read about, there's a blessing if you keep it. But if you don't keep it, there's a cursing that's just as bad as the blessing would have been good. Amen. So this is the other part of that covenant. He says, but if you will not listen to the voice of Adonai your God, to take care to do all his mitzvah or all of his statutes that I am commanding you today, all these curses will come on you and overtake you. Cursed will you be in the city, and cursed will you be in the field. Cursed will you be, your basket and your kneading bowl be. Cursed will be the fruit of your womb, the produce of your soil, the increase of your herd, and the young of your flock. Cursed will you be when you come in, and cursed when you go out. Adonai will send on you cursing, confusion. You know what? God's not the author of confusion. The enemy is. And so it sounds to me like the enemy will be allowed to bring things into your life that God never intended. Amen. And frustration in every undertaking of your hand that you will do, until you are destroyed and perish quickly because of the evil deeds by which you have abandoned me. So God is a jealous God. He doesn't want us to turn to the left. He told us in the 10 Commandments to have no other gods before us. And to not to serve other gods. And yet, time and time again, the Hebrew children did that, and God had to deal with them, sometimes harshly. And he's warning them that if they do that again, he'll deal harshly with them. Adonai will make the plague cling to you until he has put an end to you from the land that you're going into to possess. Adonai will strike you with weakness, fever, inflammation, fiery heat, the sword, blight, and mildew. They will pursue you until you perish. Your sky above your head will be bronze, and the earth beneath you iron. Adonai will make the rain of you, your land, powder and dust. Now remember the Dust Bowl in Oklahoma that we learned about in school? I think my parents lived through that. And a lot of people ended up in California from Oklahoma because the dust and the storms that kept coming up, and there was no rain, there was a drought, and there was so much dust that it would come in their houses under the doors, and it was a terrible thing, and they couldn't grow crops. They had to leave. So this does happen, and I'm not saying that they were cursed, but I'm just saying that God is able to do this type of a thing that he's telling them about. And so we have a lot of California Okies out here. My daddy was one of them. Praise God. It will come down to you from the heavens until you are destroyed. Adonai will bring you defeat before your enemies. You will go out one way against them and flee 7 ways before them. Just the opposite of what the blessing is. You will become a horror to all the kingdoms in the earth. Your carcasses will be food for every bird of the heavens and the beasts of the earth, and there will be no one to frighten them away. Adonai will strike you with the boils of Egypt, with the hemorrhoids, with the scabs, with the itching from which you cannot be healed. Adonai will strike you with madness, with blindness, and with confusion of your heart. You will grope at noon as a blind person gropes in darkness, and you will not prosper in your ways. You will be only oppressed and robbed all the time, and there will be no one to save you. You will become engaged to a woman, but another man will sleep with her. You will build a house that you will not dwell in it. You will plant a vineyard, but you will not put into use. Your ox will be slaughtered before your eyes, and you will not eat of it. Your donkey will be stolen in front of you, and it will not be returned to you. Your sheep will be given up to your enemies, and you will have no one to save you. Your sons and daughters will be given to another people, while your eyes look on longing for them all day long, but your hand will be powerless. A people you do not know will eat up the produce of your soil and your labor, and You will be only oppressed and crushed all the time. You will be driven mad by the sight that your eyes will see. Adonai will strike you on the knees and thighs and will serve severe boils from which you cannot be healed, from the sole of your foot to the crown of your head. Adonai will bring you and the king you seat over you to a nation you and your fathers have not known, and there you will serve other gods, wood and stone. You will become a horror or a proverb and a byword among all of the peoples where Adonai will drive you. Much seed you will take out to the field, but little will you bring in, for the locust will eat it up, And the vineyards you will plant, but wine you will not drink, or bring it in, for the worm will devour it. Other olive trees you will have in all your territory, but oil you will not rub on yourself, for your olives will drop off. Right. Sons and daughters you will father, but they will not be yours, for they will go into captivity. All your trees and produce of your soil will be whirring locusts. The whirring locust will possess. The outsider who is in your midst will rise up higher and higher above you, and you will go down lower and lower. Right. He will lend to you, but you will not lend to him. When he will become the head, and you will become the tail. All these things and these curses will come upon you and pursue you and overtake you until you are destroyed, because you did not listen to the voice of Adonai your God to keep his mitzvah and statutes that he commanded you. And they will be a sign and a wonder on you and your descendants forever. Instead of serving Adonai your God with joy and goodness of heart, out of the abundance of everything, you will serve your enemies, whom Adonai will send against you. In hunger and thirst and nakedness and lacking and everything. And he will put an iron yoke on your neck until he has destroyed you. Adonai will raise up a nation against you from far away, from the end of the earth, just as the eagle swoops down, a nation whose language you do not understand, a brazen-faced nation that will not respect the old or be gracious to the young. It will devour the offspring of your livestock and the produce of your soil until you are destroyed. It will not leave behind for you grain and new wine or oil, and the increase of your herds or the young of your flock, until it ruins you. It will besiege you within all your towns and gates and throughout your land, until your high and fortified walls that you trusted in come down. It will besiege you with it. In other words, he's saying that nothing that you have to protect yourself with is going to work if he's against you. Throughout your land that Adonai your God has given you. You will eat the fruit of your womb, the flesh of your sons and daughters. Oh, that's gross. Adonai, your God, has given you in the sight and the stress with which your enemies will distract you. The most tender and delicate man among you, his eye will become evil against his brother and the wife of his bosom and the rest of his children that he has left. He will not give He will not give to a single one of them from his children's flesh that he will eat, because nothing else, this is probably symbolic, but he's telling them that they'll only not be devoured, but their children as well. And I'm going to skip on down. This is all the curses, if you want to read it later, that will happen if you do not take care to do the words of the Lord. And the Lord gives us a word. The main thing he is saying is not to worship other gods,
Amen.
not to put anything before him, and not to turn to the left or the right, but keep our gaze upon him and his ways. So when God's ways are higher than our ways, and they are better than our ways, and he knows the end from the beginning, and he takes care of us, and all he asks us to do is to obey him and love him and talk with him and be his children like he always planned. And then he goes back again and he gets through telling all of these things. And he said that there'd be few in number left and scattered out. And then he returns to his children. And he repeats the blessings again. That we read in the first part of the 28th chapter. About you'll be blessed in the city and blessed in the field. Blessed when you go in and when you come out. Blessed rising up and lying down. And you know, there is a reward for serving God. There is a great reward. You'll be rewarded beyond measure. He says he loves us so much. He'll open up the heavens and pour out a blessing that we can't even contain.
Amen.
And I just feel so privileged to be his child, to be a member of his family, to be in his care, and knowing that he goes and he walks before me, and he prepares a path, a straight path. He makes the crooked places straight, and he gets rid of the stumbling blocks out of my way. And he leads me and he guides me in places where there's green pastures, and there's food, and there's peace. And God has good things for us. Righteousness, joy, and peace are his rewards for us. And we need to put the word out so everybody will know to serve God, because he's a righteous God. He's a loving God. He's the King of kings and the Lord of lords. And he wants to give good gifts to his children. And he wants his children to be obedient, tried people that would come through the trials of life like gold. And every time we go through a trial, we get that much more refined. And gold is actually not yellow in color when it's pure. It's clear. It's crystal clear. So just imagine, there's no specks in it. There's no color in it. There's nothing imperfected. When God's through with us, we'll be like him. That's where he is. He's pure. There's no imperfections in God. And he tells us to be perfect, even as I am perfect. Amen. And the only way we can do that is through knowing his son, Jesus, and believing that Jesus came. He was God in the flesh. God made flesh. And he dwelt among us. And he went to the cross, and he took the stripes upon his back for us. And he died. And the veil was rent in two. At that time, you know, God was so happy, because when that veil came down, it meant that we had a path through the blood of Christ to get back to the throne room of God and to have communion with him. And now he's in heaven. Jesus is in heaven, and he is sitting at the right hand of God, and he is our intercessor. You know what an intercessor is. He pleads your cause like a lawyer would before a judge. He is the best intercessor there can be, because he's already done the will of the Father. He's already won the favor of God. And he wants God to see you like he sees him. And that's the way that we can go to God. I had a woman tell me not too long ago that she was so unworthy of anything, and she felt like she was being punished, and that she could never attain favor with God because she was so so vile, is what in her own mind. I don't think she was, but that's what her mind was telling her. I said, well, you know how you get rid of that? Jesus' blood washes all of that away. And so by the time we finished our conversation, she was happy and really excited to know that God still loved her, even in her weakness. We are frail. God said He knows us in our weakness. He knows what they are. He knows the end from the beginning. He knows our hearts, and He knows that He loves us with an everlasting love.